Again. So this is actually around, what, say 3.5, 4 on the porthole. And again, don't know how well it shows up on camera here, but it really is turning out nice now. I got some small spots on the strakes, like here, where you can see it's still dark, but very little compared to what it was. And my shadow's probably not helping here. This is kind of just me leaning on it, and I'm sweating like a fat man. But all in all, it's coming out pretty good. I still got to finish sanding from here to there, and then all of that on the tunnels.
And how many hours are in this?
So far sanding, we got to be upwards of, I don't know, 30 something hours. Just sanding and fairing and sanding and fairing. And,
is it just sanding, or is it?
It's a combination of both. I mean, it were probably a little bit more than that if you add in all the fairing time too, but because, you know, but it's starting to get there. It's starting to look like something. I think one more coat on this porthole and we'll be pretty much done with the bottom of the porthole and the tunnel on the porthole. And then I'm going to start concentrating on this side. For some reason I favored the port side rather than the starboard, and this is only the second coat on the starboard side. So a lot more sanding to go. Any other comments?
If you're wanting to build a boat, just know that this is a huge part of the process.
Yeah.
Remember that video we did where I was really excited through fairing and sanding? I'm over it.
I'm over it. Yeah.
Yeah. Ready to just flip it.
I read an article that said building a boat is 70% sanding, and I'm actually keeping track now, just so I can get an accurate amount of time on a basic finish. We're not going professional. We're going to be pretty good, but we're not going, you know, meticulous. We're getting a smooth surface that'll be, you know, acceptable for paint. Yeah, it's still going to look really nice, but we're not perfect by any means. So I'll definitely tally all that up when we're done fairing the bottom and just on the bottom of the hull, and we'll give you a real good estimate on time frames. Yeah. So all right, guys, well, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy our sanding footage. What are we doing tonight?
We are still fairing.
We are still fairing.
It's not that bad.
So we haven't done any recording in a while, and the reason is because we've been sanding for
you don't want to see that.
Countless hours. Fun. So we'll give you guys a quick walk down the boat and show you kind of where we're at here. We have a lot of spots. Some funky camo going. We have sanded the bottom of both hulls. We have 4 coats, just about 4 coats on 90% of the bottom of the 2 hulls here. We are getting pretty close. There's still some little spots, and these look pretty bad, but they're really not. They're very minimal on how much more filler we need here. So we did mark a bunch of spots last night I took the flashlight, and Cassie and I, we shot it down the edge from the front over here facing back, and we kind of shine the flashlight all the way down and marked out any shadow spots. And I'm not sure if that was a good method. Cassie's shaking her head no over there. I think now, looking back on it, now that we can actually see its light out here, I'm taking the straight edge around, and there's not really much to fill in those areas. So I'll show you a quickie here. Like this area here looked extremely bad when we shined the flashlight on, like a huge shadow, and if I put the straight edge on it, there's barely a gap there.
It's like what, maybe a 16th?
Oh, not even a 16th. I mean, that's so minimal right there. So again, I think that might not have been the right way to go about it, but it was worth a shot. I wanted to kind of just see, you know, if there's any like big waves that we were missing or anything like that. We are going to go back tonight. We're going to fair all the spots that when I sanded I didn't hit, like the dark spots. Again, don't know how well it shows, but like here, this spot where I sanded, I didn't hit that, so I know that's still low. We'll fill in all those tonight, and we might, after this, we may just sacrifice a little bit of primer and throw some primer on it and see what it actually looks like. It's so deceiving being kind of speckled like it is. It's so hard to see any imperfections. It's really throwing us off now. So I think this will be the last coat before we sacrifice some primer. And worst case, I was told it's not going to hurt if we have to add more fairing compound on top of that. Just rough it up real quick with some sandpaper, and we're free to keep fairing after if we want. So it's kind of where we stand.
We also have a shout out to Richard for putting us on the new fairing method we're going to be trying today.
Yeah, thank you, Richard. Definitely appreciate the comments and the reach out. What he recommended and what he did on his vessel was he used a serrated spreader. And sorry, I can't see the camera. So spreader serrated, so it leaves ridges and you waste a lot less fairing compound, because we have been going through a lot of fairing compound. Total Boat is loving us right now. And definitely use our code if you guys go to totalboat.com. We're getting into rotational codes now, so we'll leave the link in the description below, and definitely use the discount. You know, it's there.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's about it. We'll kind of give you a rundown as we go on how this works with the notched. We might be too far along to really make a big difference at this point, but we're going to try it anyway, because, you know, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
So
Something
thanks.
we wish we thought of before.
Yeah, definitely. So thanks again, Richard. And yeah, if you guys have any comments or criticisms, they're always welcome. You know, there's always stuff that we overlook, and again, we're new to this whole thing as well. So thanks for watching, guys. All right, guys, so I just did this one real quick. I don't know if you can see all the serrations there. They're kind of all right. And what I've done on this side, this is just fresh areas that we haven't done yet, so I'm trying this more here. And I'm kind of picking my way. I'm going across the short way here, from the shortest distance. So I'll take my longest sander I have and I'll go across this way. So I want to sand across the ridges, and that'll just take down the tops of the ridges when we do this. So I think this is the best way to kind of approach this. And that'll be it. And like I said, we'll just kind of let that dry there and see what it looks like when it's all dry. And we'll hit up the sander, and I'll definitely record when I sand it and see how well this actually works. And if this works well, we know we have kind of a new method to go by from now on, where we're kind of fairing rough surfaces. And again, we've done a lot of the boat already, so it might be a little late for this, but there's still going to be a lot of fairing to come. So all right, I'm going to keep going, get the rest of this on. It's kind of warm tonight, so this is probably going to set up pretty quick. So
if you guys can hear me because there's so many noises happening right now, but on the wave brake, I think one side is higher than the other. So I made a template and I'm checking it here and here. It's actually kind of dead on. There are some spots that it's not so bad, and other spots that are a little bit worse, like it's low here. So this should help with shaping this better. We found a new radius to sand the wave brake with. It's an old golf cart wheel. It's perfect. We improvise around here. There's a video so I can take a screenshot. Maximus! Scheme? What are you doing?
You do livestock?
Hold on.